Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 14 of our gratitude EFT quantum healing journey. I'm going to wait for someone to say hello in the comments. And do you hear the bugs and the birds? I'm sitting outside. It's 9:15 Eastern time, and it feels like a crisp fall evening. It's kind of bizarre. It feels really nice out. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to see if this will work out for me outside. So hopefully you can hear me over the bugs. If not, it's all perfect. Just enjoy the sound of the bugs because it is a healing frequency. Okay, so thank you for your patience over the past couple of days. Committing to going live every day for 28 days is a big deal for me. And I am challenging you to do your own gratitude journey and go live for 28 days. It is a total quantum leap. Trust, it's a huge brick to lay and say to the universe, I'm ready to be seen. I'm ready for a shift in my life, and I guarantee you it will change everything for you. So again, thank you for your patience. It's been an interesting couple of days. My kids officially have another sibling, not through me, through a different beautiful portal who is an amazing, beautiful gem. And they're so lucky to have an extra mom in their life and now an extra sibling in their life. And this precious little girl came in like with a bang. Okay. She came in, she was not going to wait until her due date. She came a little bit early, but everything's good. She's totally cool. She's totally healthy. And the kids are absolutely in love with her. So I'm so excited to meet her. But yeah, so it's been a wild couple of days. Anyway, let's go ahead and start tapping. I'm going to chat a little bit. We're going to start tapping on our heart space. The biggest portal, right? It is the most powerful portal, is our heart. I see you, Tabitha. I love you. Take a nice deep breath. I hope you hear the bugs in the background. This is all a huge part of the healing. The bugs in the background. It really is a healing frequency. Come into the now moment. Come super, super present with me. As thoughts come in, just place them in a cloud, let that cloud pass by, and be here together with me now for this gratitude practice. I'm going to tell you what the gratitude practice is. We're going to play with it a little bit now, but in the morning, when you wake up before you get out of bed, is when you're really going to lean into this gratitude practice and do what the book recommends for us to do. The book, The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. Okay. So today's gratitude practice, day 14, is about creating a magical day. And so, like Abraham Hicks would call this segment intending, where you're actually planning out your day before it happens. And you are intending to have a good day, which actually creates a positive day for you. The thing is, the more that we do a practice like this, if you're just now hopping on, start tapping your chest. We're just tapping our heart. You don't have to say a word while you're EFT tapping. It doesn't have to be intentional. It's always working, always clearing the nervous system. So as I'm kind of running my mouth and giving you some information, I want you to tap on your heart space so that whatever wants to alchemize right now in this moment is alchemizing as I am running my mouth. Okay, so the thing about segment intending, the thing about manifesting through our thoughts is that the more that we do it, the more powerful and the more quickly we actually can manifest. And even with EFT tapping, with this tapping practice that I'm showing you, the more that you do it consistently, the more quickly you will see results from it. And it becomes kind of bizarre, actually. It becomes uncanny the way in which it works so quickly if you do it as often and as intentionally as I do it. So there are times where I will be tapping on something. You know, let's say I want to create an additional $1,000. And I will tap on that, and I will tap with intention, and it will happen quite rapidly. There are times where I'm tapping on an issue that I'm having with someone specific in my life, and I'll tap on it, and the situation will, like in the craziest way, shift very rapidly. And I'm like, what just happened? Why? Why does it work so well? So we can manifest through our thoughts, right? But it's not the actual thought that's manifesting for us. It's the embodiment of the thought. It's always about the feeling. And so the depth with which, the extent to which that you can truly embody a thought like I am wealthy is the extent to which you will experience it in the world around you. And so it's like building a muscle, right? I hope this is making sense in some way. To bring this back to EFT tapping and manifesting through the body is what I'm seeing in my inner vision is like fog or static. You know, the static that you see when, or that you used to see when your like antenna wasn't working and you just see static on the TV. Sometimes you could see a picture on the other side or hear them talking, but you couldn't quite make it out. So I'm seeing a overworked nervous system as the static. That yes, you can see that final destination, like kind of over there on the other side. You can almost reach it. It feels like it's right there, but something's in the way, like a veil or a fog, and you don't know how to navigate to it. Or the static, you can't quite make the picture out. Like, how frustrating is that? Do you remember that? Like trying to hear the words or see the picture through the buzz, and you're like, you want to see it so bad because it's like the best movie ever, but you can't see it. Okay. That can be your nervous system. And so if our nervous system is so focused on staying alive, deep breath, exhale. If our nervous system is so focused on staying alive, feeding our kids, figuring out how to navigate the next day, or if our nervous system is still stuck in an old experience like the loss of a loved one, deep breath. Or if our nervous system is still stuck in a bad relationship where we were maybe physically or emotionally abused, that can be the static too. And so when we don't do the healing work with the nervous system, when we don't lean into the physical body and actually clearing out the old stories from our body, the manifestation is always going to be right there, kind of at our fingertips. But the good news is we have tools like tapping. And if like you need to calm your tap a little bit or move it around, go for it. Do what feels good to you. You could even start tapping on your head or the side of your eye. You can move if you want to. I'm just sticking with the heart right now. But as long as we're willing to use the tools to really allow our body to hold the joy that wants to come into our life, the manifestation is inevitable. It's inevitable. It's about building belief, being consistent, and creating a practice for ourselves that we will actually stick to. Because what I see people doing, not without judgment, I'm saying this without judgment, is like committing to, what's coming through, like 75 hard, I'm just using that as an example because that's not exactly, I feel like there's an energetic piece missing to that whole 75 hard thing. But like something like that, where like you're going hard, right? Like 75 hard. And a lot of people don't make it through that because it's so hard. It's called 75 hard. And, you know, for me as a female, like that's not for me how the healing journey is meant to be. And it doesn't have to be like that. It actually can be soft and subtle and gentle, and we actually can ease our body into it. When we can get into a place of trust where we're exactly where we need to be and we're moving at the exact rate that we need to be, if you drop into that, it allows you to access a level of neutrality that will help you heal more quickly than if you're going 75 hard. Deep breath. Okay, let's go ahead and go to our top of our head. And it's like almost dark out here, but it looks so bright on my phone. I'm trusting that you can actually see me and that this isn't an illusion. I guess it's all an illusion, isn't it? Deep breath. Smile. Okay, and what's coming through, I told you I was going to tell you the gratitude practice, but I'll tell you at the end, something is coming through that's in the field, so I'm going to just address it, is I don't feel like I'm ever going to heal. Do you ever feel like that? Maybe that doesn't feel true to you. So switch the words, change the words. Maybe it's, I don't ever feel like I'm going to heal enough. Maybe it's specific to a relationship. I don't ever feel like I'm going to heal enough to be in a high level conscious relationship. Maybe it's something like that. Or maybe it's to reach a certain level of your income. I don't ever feel like I'm going to heal enough to make $20,000 a month, every month consistently. Maybe it's something like that. Inner eye. Everyone has this feeling at some point in their life until the real momentum starts. I remember it. I remember being on the other side of the fog and being like, it's like I literally can taste it. I can almost reach it with my fingertips, but I can't quite get to it. And every time I feel like I'm right there on the precipice, something happens. Outer eye. And it shifts, it moves away, it moves over, someone gets in the way, something gets in the way. Like everyone has been there. And maybe you're still there. I got hair in my mouth. It's very annoying. Hold on. Outer eye. Maybe you're there. And I know someone, one of my beautiful friends that's watching this. Like we just had this conversation. She's like, I feel like I'm always doing the things to heal. And it's always right there, but it always moves. I'm just right there. My fingertips are right there, just about to touch it. And it moves. Deep breath. And part of that is our fear, our unwillingness to actually feel the feeling of never getting there. What if, say it. What if I never get there? Does it scare the shit out of you to even think, what if I never get there? Listen, the energy wants to move. The energy wants to move in the same way until you give it something to shift it. Until you shift the energy, it will always move in the same way. So if you're always in this place where you're like, the carrot keeps moving, right? Like it's like that dangling carrot that just keeps moving. It's on the stick and it keeps moving away from you. Part of your resistance to actually healing, or to actually getting that thing is your fear in not really feeling the feeling of like, what if it doesn't happen? Under the nose. Now, you tapping and feeling that feeling doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. What that actually means is that you're allowing yourself to fully feel the feeling of, fuck, what if it doesn't happen? And then you know what happens when you feel the feeling of, fuck, what if it doesn't happen? It happens. I promise. Okay, and so this modality that I'm sharing with you, this is the modality that got me past that barrier. This is the modality that allowed me to actually really understand and know that I've been healed enough the entire time to experience all the things that I didn't think I was healed enough to experience. And I know that sounds kind of wacky, and it's hard to explain, but it's an embodiment. Okay, go down here at your collarbone. And it's a release of control. It's accessing this neutral space that, like, it opens a portal. It opens a portal. And the 3D mind can't really understand. I mean, clearly I can't explain it. But I'm telling you, you don't have to understand at all what's going on in your body when you're tapping. There's all kinds of things shifting in your body, in your brain, your cells, your nervous system. Like, it's all shifting as you're tapping. You could get up every morning and tap for 10 minutes and just go through the points, and you can't even mess that up. You could go in a different order of the points. You can miss a point, but you're tapping. You're supporting your nervous system. Go back to the head. You are clearing all of the old trauma that has been sitting in your body that is blocking all of your manifestations. Even the manifestations that you don't even know that you desire. Even the version, the best, the highest version of your manifestation that you can't even access because your body's too fritzed out. But as you tap, you're clearing it. Don't even have to know what you're clearing. As you tap, and you may think I'm batshit crazy, and you could say that too. Go here in your inner eye. This lady's crazy. Just say it. If you think this sounds completely crazy, or maybe you think I'm a little crazy. This lady is a little bit crazy. Say it. It's okay. It's okay to feel the feeling. It's okay to think that tapping is not going to work for you. What if you don't think it's going to work for you at all? This shit's not going to work. Say it. This shit is not going to work. It's not going to work. Nothing else has worked. Outer eye. Nothing else has worked. I've done all these things and nothing else has worked. Why would this thing work? It's not going to work. Nothing else has worked. Say it. Nothing else has worked. Nothing else has worked. This is not going to work. And you know what's happening as you're saying it and you're tapping? You're actually deconstructing that belief that is inside of your nervous system and inside of your brain that holds that in place for you. You're deconstructing that. I know it sounds fucking crazy, but I'm serious, it works. You're actually forming a new belief that this lady is not crazy. Okay? And that's important. No, I'm kidding. I am cray-cray, according to this world, and I fully claim it, and I love it, and I will continue to look like the crazy one. Like, my neighbors are like, what the flip is she doing right now on the back porch tapping? Like, what is she even doing, right? Under the eye. Yeah. So we could just stare at each other and breathe. Deep breath. Every time you breathe, you're off-gassing. You're letting go of all the shit that's blocking your desires. How much joy can you hold? How much joy can you hold? That's the question. Ellie, I see you. This is super helpful. Okay? So you can just tap with feelings or intentions to release them. Absolutely. You don't even have to set an intention, girl. You could be driving down the road, one hand on the wheel, one hand tapping. Maybe don't go like this. Sometimes I'm like driving and tapping. And it's like, I can't see. You can stay in one spot and tap, and it's still going to work for you. Okay, let's do the hands. We're going to go right here. This is a heart point. Tapping right here on the inside of the wrist. I mean, this modality, and there are so many research articles. Like, I'm talking the cream of the crop double-blind studies on EFT tapping. I mean, this is real science for I'm woo-woo. Okay, you don't have to show me science, but it's ironic that I'm also an RN. So I like that part of it too. But all the proof is there. The proof is in the pudding. So many people experienced massive, amazing results from EFT tapping, not only in the way of manifestation, as far as like things, like that house or that $5,000 check, but also healing your physical body. Okay, let's go to the top of the thumb. Healing the physical body. So the body is energy, right? The body is energy. we have energy centers or chakras, whatever resonates with you. And those energy centers are moving at a certain rate in a certain direction. The meridians, right? They're like, I always see like a harp, and I see the universe like plucking the strings of a harp. That's how I see our meridians in my mind's eye. And what happens when we tap, now go to the top, the index finger, is we're helping the energy to move in a different way. We are optimizing the energy. And so it looks different for everyone, right? Everyone has different circumstances in their life. Everyone has different relationships in their life. Everyone has different physical body. Everyone is suffering from something different. And now we're going to go to the middle finger. So this is the beauty of, it's like, you know what it reminds me of? Like energetic CBD. I love CBD, energetic CBD. So the way that CBD works, now what I'm seeing is go under the ring finger. Now what I'm seeing in my inner vision is a baby mobile. You know how those, you know, the little baby mobiles, I guess people still have them nowadays, but they're balanced, right? If you've got a baby mobile that has all of these different little stuffed stars, let's say, and you go pulling on one side of the baby mobile and you don't pull on the other side, you manipulate one area of it, it throws the whole baby mobile off, right? Now let's go to the inside of the pinky. That's like a pharmaceutical drug, right? That a pharmaceutical drug will only work with one aspect of the problem. It's not really healing you, right? What it's doing is it's pulling on one part of that baby mobile. Now let's go to the bottom of the hand. It's pulling on one part of the baby mobile, jacking up all the other stuff, and then you need pharmaceutical drugs for all the other stuff because you're not really healing. CBD wraps around the baby mobile. It works with you where you are. It works with whatever you need it to work on. That's where it goes. Because it recognizes, it fits into our receptors. It fits into all of our receptors, so it's going to go where it's needed. This is what EFT tapping does. It goes where it's needed. You don't have to know where it needs to go. Now, you can amplify the effect of EFT tapping by, as you're tapping, if you notice, okay, let's go to the top of the head. Let's say, for instance, you notice as you're tapping, and I'm keeping this super simple, right? We're not even going to talk about phrases or anything like that. We're going to talk about, let's say you're tapping and like all of a sudden you feel a tightness in your lower back. You feel a tightness in your lower back. You're going to breathe into that space. Deep breath into your lower back as you're tapping. So your body is always giving you signals about what is going on. Like your body is saying, ooh, hey, over here, pay attention, over here, inner eye. Something's going on over here. And what happens if you don't listen to that signal in your body? It gets louder. Maybe it spreads. Maybe it turns into a disease. Maybe it turns into, some sort of nervous system dysfunction, systemic nervous system dysfunction, right? And there's no one to blame. You don't have to beat up on yourself. You don't have to say, I should have recognized earlier. It's all perfect under the eye. But we get to recognize that our body is always working for us, not against us. We don't have to fight against our physical body. And what happens with a lot of people when they get sick is they resent it. They resent their physical body for getting sick. It's a push and pull game between your physical body and what you want to do over here and what you want to eat, and right? And you can't run because your knee hurts, right? And you start getting resentful, even if it's subconsciously. Hope you can still see my face. Let me get a little closer. Here I am. Okay, under the nose. And so this push and pull starts happening. When we can drop into a modality like EFT tapping on the chin, we can actually just be present in the now, be present with our body, take nice deep breaths. So we're reconnecting with the holy breath. We're breathing in prana, life force energy. We're breathing it with intention. We're doing a low belly breath. I'm always talking about that low belly breath, which activates our parasympathetic nervous system. Now go to your collarbone. And the whole time We're tapping on these bundles of nerves that are sending all of these signals back to our entire nervous system, every cell in our body, our brain, and it's literally rewiring our body. You can heal anything in your body. Anything can be healed. I'm going to say that again. Oh, they may shadow ban me for this. I used to be really resistant to saying stuff like that as a healthcare professional because I saw so many people get wrecked in the medical care system. But I knew in my heart of hearts that that was true because I've always been a healer. I've always known that the body has the innate ability to heal. So I'm just going to look you in the eyes as much as you can see me and tell you that I sit here before you in the dark and hand on heart, tapping heart. Your physical body can heal from anything. And you may think I'm batshit crazy by saying that. And it may make you mad. It may actually trigger you. And you could call me a name if you wanted to. You could be like, you fucking crazy. That is so not true. I've had this illness all my life. And you're wrong. If you feel that way, fucking say it. Say it and tap. You have my full permission. Top of your head. Say, no, there's no freaking way. And you could even say, oh my God, there's a big bird right there. I don't know what it is. You could even say, you're full of shit, Monica. I'm never going to heal. Say it. Freaking say it. Have you felt that way before? But have you suppressed that feeling all of your life? Okay, so what happens when you suppress that feeling? It sticks in your body. It gets stuck. There are all these big birds flying above. I think it was a crane. Okay, deep breath. That resistance gets stuck. That fear gets stuck, and then you try to ignore it, don't you? You ignore it. You ignore that problem that you've had with your diet all your life, or that unhealthy relationship with food, or the unhealthy relationship with your brother or your mother. You ignore it. And what happens when you ignore it is it just stays moving in the same fucking way it's always stayed moving, under the eye. You don't have to ignore it anymore. You don't have to be afraid of leaning into it. You tap while you lean into it, and you're literally deconstructing the old memory in the body. Under the nose. Deep breath. Chin. Like, shake your body if you need to. And if this is getting to be too intense for you, just take a deep breath and just gently tap in one spot. Gently tap in one spot. Now, I'm going to tell you, go on your collarbone here. After you do this, you need to drink a ton of water, even if it's dark for you. Like, I'm going to go lay on the yard with the lightning bugs after this. I'm sorry, I just burped. That's okay if you're burping. If you're crying, if you're yawning, it's all off-gassing. It's your body releasing that old memory. Okay, now, this is hilarious. I should have brought a light out here. It rapidly got dark. Okay, now, just keep tapping your heart. I'm just kind of like flat patting my hand on my heart. Now, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I want you to drink lots of water. I want you to go outside, stand outside for like at least 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Look at the sky, take a deep breath, ask Mother Earth to take all of this, to alchemize all of it for you. Okay? Smile. I want you to smile. Smile big. Okay? I look really good in this lighting. Oh, shoot. Okay. I want you to relax your shoulders. Like, take a deep breath. Exhale with a sigh. Relax your shoulders. Now, we're going to, as we just gently keep tapping on our heart space, I am actually going to share with you what the actual gratitude practice is. Okay. Tomorrow when you wake up, before you get out of bed, remember earlier, I don't know, but maybe 20 minutes ago, we were talking about segment intending. You're going to open your eyes and you're going to walk through your day. You can do this very quickly. It doesn't have to be a long process. Spend 2 to 5 minutes and actually see your day happening before your eyes in your inner vision. And listen, you may not see anything. Doesn't matter. It's about intention. You don't have to see a picture in your mind. You don't have to be this amazing visualizer. You just have to set the intention to see it. Just the awareness, just the focus, just the intention is all you need. And so you're going to close your eyes and you're just going to see yourself getting out of bed. You're going to see yourself having like the best shower ever, okay? Maybe you're going to see yourself having the best breakfast ever. You're going to see your drive to work is going to be the most magical drive to work ever. Doesn't have to be specific. All you have to do is like get yourself in your car, in your mind, just intend to see it, but you don't have to see anything. Driving to work and just say to yourself, oh my gosh, that was the most magical drive to work ever. And let the universe fill in the grid. Okay? You're going to go to work, quickly move through your day in your mind. You're moving through your day. Oh my gosh, it was the best freaking day ever. Maybe you want to manifest a specific experience. Like, oh man, I met this most amazing, cool, best friend ever maybe you see someone that you never thought you'd see again that was just an amazing person. See them in your mind's eye. Like, literally walk through your entire day, see it, see yourself coming home, feel it as the best experience ever, and then say, thank you, thank you, thank you. I guarantee you that your day is better than it otherwise would have been if you didn't do this practice. And like, do this every day, right? Set the intention. Like, you are the master creator. You are the master creator. The more that you actually practice these things, clear the nervous system is like key component, right? You gotta clear the nervous system to really take back, I don't want to say control, power. To take back power in your life, you gotta clear the nervous system, okay? And so you could even, as your segment intending laying in bed, you could tap while you do it. Just tap while you do it. That'll make it even more powerful. Okay, now, deep breath. Whoo, feel that vibration. Feel the vibration. This is so funny. Let me turn my bright. It's all the way up. Okay. We really did do this into the dark, didn't we? Feel the vibration in your body. So good. I want you to smile. Drop your shoulders. Open your chest. And I've got the water right here. I didn't mention it, but I do have our water. I wonder if you can see it in the dark. Ooh. Well, that's not the pretty side. Look, you can see it. You can see the words I'm writing on it. Drop some words. I'll add some more words to it. I'm telling you, this water is going to be epic. Okay, I love you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me in the dark. Next time I'll bring a flashlight. Or maybe I'll actually do it inside. But I just had to be outside. I had to. So, okay, get outside. Drink lots of water. I love you so much.